Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. Finn hears he'll be a grandpa, but only wants Luna in jail. Scene 1, the news that shatters everything. The halls of Forrester Memorial Hospital buzzed with quiet intensity, but inside Dr. John Finn Finnegan's office, the world stood still. He was halfway through signing a discharge form when Bridget Forrester walked in, her face pale, her voice unsteady. "Finn," she said softly. "I think you'd better sit down." He looked up, concern knitting his brow. "Bridget, what is it? You look like you've seen a ghost." She held a folder close to her chest, her expression unreadable. "It's about Luna." Finn's heart sank instantly. The name alone was enough to set off alarm bells. What happened now? Bridget hesitated. "She's pregnant. Again." He froze. The pen fell from his hand, clattering against the desk. "What did you just say?" "She came in this morning for routine blood work," Bridget continued carefully. "She tried to hide it, but the test was clear. She's about 3 months along." Finn's pulse began to pound. 3 months. But... He stopped. The math hit him all at once. Bridget swallowed hard. "There's more. The father is your son." Finn's world stopped. His chest tightened, breath catching in his throat. "Liam," he whispered hoarsely. Bridget nodded. "Yes. She says she didn't plan it. But she's terrified of how you'll react." Finn stood slowly, every inch of him vibrating with anger and disbelief. Terrified? She should be. After everything she's done to this family, after what she did to Steffi, to me, and now she's carrying my son's child. Bridget took a cautious step closer. "Finn, I know this is hard to hear." He slammed his fist onto the desk, voice breaking. "Hard to hear? She destroyed my marriage, and now she's dragged my family into another scandal. I swear, Bridget, this time, Luna is going to pay." Scene 2, the family fallout. At the Forrester mansion, the mood was no less tense. Steffi Forrester sat on the sofa, clutching a photo of her and Finn from happier times. She hadn't seen him for days. The betrayal of his previous connection to Luna had nearly broken her. Now, she didn't know what to think. When Finn burst through the door, Steffi jumped up, startled. "Finn, what are you doing here?" He didn't answer right away. His eyes were wild, dark with fury and disbelief. "You won't believe what Luna's done this time." Steffi crossed her arms. "What, she's back to chasing you again?" He laughed bitterly. "No. This time, she's found a new target. She's pregnant, with Liam's child." Steffi's mouth fell open. "What?" "She's going to make me a grandfather, Steffi," Finn said, his voice shaking with disgust. "But I don't want a grandchild. I want that woman in jail." Steffi was speechless. The room spun. "Oh my God, how could she?" "She manipulated Liam just like she manipulated me," Finn growled. "She knew what she was doing. She's using that baby to stay connected to this family, to you, to me, to the Forresters. She's a parasite." Steffi tried to stay calm, though her own rage burned beneath the surface. "Finn, you can't talk like that. She's pregnant, that baby is innocent." He turned on her, eyes flashing. "Don't you dare tell me about innocence, Steffi. Not after what she did to us. That girl drugged her way into my life, destroyed my reputation, and now she's gone after my son. I'm done protecting her." Steffi stepped closer, gently placing a hand on his chest. "Finn, please. You're not thinking straight. You're a doctor. You save lives, not ruin them." His expression softened for a moment, then hardened again. "Sometimes saving lives means stopping the ones who poison everyone else's." Scene 3, Luna's guilt. Across town, Luna sat on the edge of her bed, staring down at the positive pregnancy test lying on the nightstand. Her hands trembled. Her heart pounded. Her mother, Poppy, stood nearby, trying to soothe her daughter's nerves. "Sweetheart, we'll figure this out. You've been through worse." Luna shook her head. "No, Mom. I haven't. Finn's going to kill me." "Finn isn't like that," Poppy said softly. "He's hurt. He's angry. But deep down, he cares about you." "Not anymore," Luna whispered. "Not after everything. Not after the lies, the test results, the affair rumors, and now this baby. Poppy sighed, pacing the room. You didn't do anything wrong. Liam was there for you when everyone else turned their backs. Luna looked up, eyes wet with guilt. That's the problem. He shouldn't have been. Poppy's face tightened. You can't undo what's done. You can only move forward. You'll have this baby, Anne. No, Luna interrupted sharply. Not if Finn has anything to say about it. There was a knock on the door. Luna flinched. When she opened it, Finn stood there, eyes cold, jaw clenched. Finn, Poppy said quickly, stepping between them. Please. Stay out of it, Poppy, he said through gritted teeth. I need to talk to your daughter. Scene 4, the confrontation. Luna's knees nearly buckled under Finn's glare. You've done a lot of things, Luna, he said quietly. But this is unforgivable. Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't plan this. I swear. He cut her off. Don't you dare say you didn't plan it. You've been manipulating people since the day you showed up in Los Angeles. First me, then Steffi, now Liam. You keep destroying lives and acting like a victim. Luna shook her head desperately. I never wanted this. Liam he was kind to me. He helped me when everyone else hated me. Finn scoffed. And now you've repaid him by making him a father to a child born out of deceit. I didn't trick him, she cried. We were both hurting. You and Steffi had split up, hope was gone, Anne. You think excuses make it better, he exploded. You've ruined another life. And now you expect me to welcome this? To celebrate becoming a grandfather to a child born from lies. Luna's sobs filled the silence. Please, Finn. I'm not asking for your blessing. I just want peace. Finn's voice dropped, low and dangerous. Peace? You'll have peace when you face the consequences. You need to turn yourself in. She stared at him, horrified. Turn myself in? For what? For everything, he said coldly. For falsifying test results, for tampering with medical records, for lying to everyone who ever trusted you. If you don't go to the police, I will. Luna's face crumpled. You'd really send me to jail? After everything we've been through? Finn's eyes were filled with pain. You stopped being my family the moment you used me. And now, all I see when I look at you is someone who needs to be stopped. Scene 5, Liam finds out. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer stood at Spencer Publications, staring down at the message Luna had sent him. We need to talk. It's important. When he arrived at Luna's apartment later that evening, her eyes were swollen from crying. What's going on? He asked softly. You said it was urgent. She took a shaky breath. Liam, I'm pregnant. He froze, color draining from his face. You, what? I found out this morning, she said quietly. It's yours. Liam sat down heavily, running a hand through his hair. Oh my God. Luna. Are you sure? She nodded. Bridget confirmed it. Liam stared at her in silence for a long moment before whispering, Finn knows, doesn't he? Her silence was answer enough. He's furious, she admitted. He wants me in jail. Liam's head shot up. Jail? For being pregnant. For everything that came before, Luna whispered. He blames me for his marriage ending, for the chaos with Steffi, for everything. Liam stood up, jaw tight. No. I'm not letting him do this. You didn't deserve what happened. You made mistakes, yeah, we both did, but no one deserves to be destroyed like this. He pulled out his phone. I'm calling him. Liam, don't, she begged, but it was too late. Scene 6, the clash of men. The confrontation took place outside the hospital. Finn was walking toward his car when Liam stormed across the parking lot, fury blazing in his eyes. Finn. Finn turned, surprised. Liam. You here to defend her? You're damn right I am, Liam snapped. You think threatening a pregnant woman makes you a hero? Finn's expression darkened. She's not just some pregnant woman, Liam. She's a manipulative liar who's been wrecking lives for years. She's using you now. Liam stepped closer. You're angry, I get it. But you're not her judge and jury. You're a doctor, for God's sake. Start acting like one. Finn's voice cracked, the pain surfacing. You don't know what she's done to me, to my wife, to my family. She doesn't deserve sympathy. She deserves justice. And who gets to decide that? You. Liam fired back. You're supposed to heal, not destroy. Finn's eyes were cold. Sometimes healing means cutting out the infection. Before Liam could respond, Steffi appeared, her voice shaking. Stop this. Both of you. She stepped between them, looking at Finn with tears in her eyes. You're not this man, Finn. You've always fought for truth, not revenge. Finn's anger cracked, revealing the broken man underneath. She's taken everything from me, Steffi. I just wanted to stop. Steffi's voice softened. Then make it stop. Not by destroying her, but by letting her go. Finn's shoulders sagged. For a moment, the rage drained out of him, replaced by something worse, sorrow. Scene 7, the Court of Consequences. Weeks later, the courtroom was silent except for the clicking of reporters' cameras. Luna sat at the defense table beside her attorney, eyes hollow. Across the room, Finn sat beside Steffi, expression unreadable. Luna was facing charges related to falsified test results from months earlier, the ones Bill Spencer had helped switch. Bridget's testimony had reopened the case, and Finn had insisted it go to trial. As the judge read through the charges, Luna stared straight ahead, her mind a blur. Her lawyer whispered, plea bargains still on the table. You could avoid prison. But she shook her head. I won't plead guilty to crimes I didn't commit. When Finn was called to testify, he stood tall, voice steady but full of emotion. I took an oath to protect people, he said. But protecting people doesn't mean ignoring lies. Luna's actions caused pain, destroyed relationships, and endangered lives. I can't stand by and let her do it again. Luna's tears spilled over, but she said nothing. The courtroom held its breath as the judge prepared to deliver the verdict. Scene 8, Redemption. Before the judge could speak, Bridget suddenly rose. Your Honor, new evidence has come to light. The courtroom erupted in murmurs. Bridget handed over a sealed envelope. It proves that Bill Spencer, not Luna, was behind the falsification. She was manipulated, not the mastermind. Gasps filled the room. Finn's eyes widened as realization struck. He looked over at Luna, who stared back in disbelief. The judge reviewed the evidence, then spoke firmly. In light of this new information, all charges against Luna Nozawa are dropped. Luna broke down sobbing. Poppy rushed to her side. Across the room, Finn sat frozen, guilt washing over him like a wave. Scene 9, Finn's apology. Outside the courthouse, Finn approached Luna slowly. Luna, he said softly. I was wrong. She didn't look at him at first. You wanted me in jail. I know, he said, his voice cracking. I let my anger blind me. I should have seen what Bill was doing. I'm sorry. She finally met his gaze. You don't have to forgive me. I just want peace. Finn nodded. Then let's both try to find it. For your baby's sake. For the first time in months, Luna smiled faintly. You mean, your grandchild? He hesitated, then returned the smile. Yeah. My grandchild. Scene 10, the beginning of healing. Weeks later, Luna stood at the hospital nursery window, holding her newborn daughter. Finn entered quietly, watching her from behind. She's beautiful, he said softly. She has Liam's eyes, Luna whispered, rocking the baby gently. And you're calm. Finn smiled sadly. Let's hope she grows up without the chaos we created. Luna turned to him. Maybe this is how we start over. He nodded. Maybe it is. As they both gazed at the tiny new life, fragile, innocent, and full of promise, a quiet understanding passed between them. For the first time, Finn didn't see Luna as the woman who ruined his life. He saw her as the one person who might help him rebuild it. Deke throws hope for a loop, and Luna blows Finn's mind, not once, but *twice star. At Forrester, Taylor and Ridge go over Luna not being dead and worry about Steffi having to deal with this insanity. Taylor fears that if Luna is pregnant with Will's baby, she holds all the cards right now. Ridge grunts that he'll be tied to her forever. At least Finn won't let her back into his life. Down in the showroom, Hope watches models walk the runway and stops to gush with them about hope for the future coming back. Just then, Deke appears. Hope embraces her brother as they express how much they've missed each other. Hope Deke B&B. Hope knows Deke just graduated from design school, so asks to pick his brain. He's thrilled. The models file out, and Hope asks her brother why he's back in town. Is there a new guy in your life? Deke flashes to Remy asking not to be mentioned. He admits he has a roommate, but won't cough up a name. Circling back to work, Hope wants to know where Deke would take Hope for the future. Making things awkward, her brother admits that he's not into boho chic, his vibe is more urban chic. When he suggests her collection should reflect her maturity, Hope decides he's an impressive guy, and muses, maybe you are back in town for a reason. We're gonna guess he'll become her next designer. Deke Hope B&B. Can Elektra stay the course? In the Forrester living room, Elektra and Will express their love. Talk, of course, turns immediately to Luna and her pregnancy. Will plans to keep praying the baby isn't his. He's sure Luna can't touch their love. Elektra wails about the ruination of their first, magical night together. This is not the life she imagined or wanted. Will agonizes about putting her through this. He'd do anything to prevent Elektra from feeling this pain. Will vows they'll get through this, together. Will Luna let Finn get a word in edgewise? In Finn's office, he stammers at Luna, you're alive. He's stunned to hear that his mother kept her alive. Luna prods him to admit it's a miracle that she's alive. Finn B&B. Beaming at Finn and sounding deluded, Luna asks her father to say he's happy that she's alive. Finn just gawps at her. Luna blows his mind again by giggling that she has exciting news for him. You're going to be a grandpa. He manages to eke out, this is extremely surprising. Luna confidently tells Finn that she'll give this little one a much better life than she was given. Finn stuns her by asking how she'll do that from behind bars. You pulled a gun on Steffi, Luna. You shot Sheila and Liam. Luna protests. She's been given another chance. She wants this baby more than anything. It's Will Spencer's baby. Finn frowns as he tries to wrap his mind around all of this. Bridget lies to save Will from Luna's baby plan? The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Katie Logan, Heather Tom, brings Bridget Forrester to administer a paternity test. However, could the good doctor lie about the test results in order to save Will Spencer from being tied to Luna Nozawa forever? Keep reading and let's talk about the possibilities. Katie Logan's guarantee. Let's start off with Katie, who summons Bridget for a secret and massive favor. Katie and Bill Spencer need a real doctor, one that they can trust. Katie isn't going to risk Luna faking a paternity test like she did with Bill. That means both Lee Finnegan and John Finn Finnegan are out of the question. Luna Nozawa's confidence. When Katie brings in Bridget to run the paternity test, Luna seems unsettled. However, Luna also keeps telling them to go ahead and run paternity tests. So, she seems pretty confident that Will is the father of her child. Katie tells Luna that with Bridget running the test, there is no way she can tamper with it. Bridget Forrester's paternity test. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the preview video for the week of October 6 shows Bridget coming in to do the test. However, that likely won't happen until later in the week. After all, keeping the results until the following Monday would certainly be a soap cliffhanger. While everyone seems to trust Bridget completely, she could do something that changes everything. What if Bridget lies about the paternity test results in order to save Will? Saying he's the father would tie him to both Luna and that baby forever. It would also keep Katie from wanting to raise the child herself. The only reason she made that suggestion was that it could be their grandchild. However, in the end, is that really fair to the kid? I don't see Katie asking Bridget to lie, but I think the doctor would do it on her own. The woman has been alive long enough to know that this isn't right. Even if Will is the father, he was tricked into sleeping with Luna. There is also a chance that the child could end up just like Luna. Will Spencer deceived? However, that also means that Will and Elektra Forrester would go on with their lives as normal. At some point, the truth will come out, and then what happens to Will and Elektra's relationship? While Bridget's lie is to serve a greater good, not informing Will would be a big mistake.